What is up, guys? Pie Muffin here, and we are back with some more Trails of Cold Steel. Last time we started making our way towards the Nord Highlands, but it is a long trip. Roughly 8 hours total to get from Trista all the way to the Nord Highlands. We have made most of our trip so far, but we have about still a 4-hour train ride to take. We are currently in Rower. We have to head over to platform 4 over there to get on our final train, heading to Zender Gate, which I guess is right where the Nord Highlands is. So let's head up the stairs and head on over there. It's kind of fun when you can do stuff like this, like you get to these train stations and, you know, you just kind of keep moving. Come to think of it, it's already past noon. Perhaps we should purchase some lunches for the rest of our journey. Sounds like a plan. We still have another 4 hours to go. We're going to need to eat something between now and dinner. It seems highly unlikely that a freight train would be equipped with vending machines or other such comforts either. We'll need to go through the ticket gate then. There's a shop in the main part of the station that sells pre-packed lunches. How did you get here before us? How on earth? How? That's my question. Okay, how about an actual answer? How did you prepare more food but also get here before us?
どうぞお召し上がりください。
どうも。
すごくありがたいんですけど。
どういうからくりなのかさすがに気になってしまうな。ラインフォルト家のメイドは主人を驚かせるのが趣味らしい。大方帝都で定期飛行船に乗り込んだといったところか。なるほど、その手があったか。確か飛行船だとルールまで半分くらいの時間でしたよね。
So she's been here for a while then.
そうでございます。ちなみにお弁当は定期飛行船の厨房をお借りしてこしらえました。出来たてですのでご賞味ください。ありがとうございます。
ありがたくごちそうになろ
う。まったく何か企んでるかと思ったら、このままノルド高原まで来るつもりじゃないでしょうね。いえ、実はこの後別のお仕事が入りまして、トリスタに戻るのも少々遅れそうな見込みです。別の仕事？私の仕事の手伝いをしてもらうことになったのよ。
Oh? Oh, she lives here. Why are you so surprised?
久しいわね、アリサ。そしてそちらが7組の面々というわけね。
Irina Reinford, the current chairman.
アリサの母、イリーナです。ラインフォルトグループの会長を務めているわ。よろしくお願いするわね。
こちらこそ、リーン・シュバルツァーです。
はじめまして、エマ・ミルスティンです。
ガイウス・ウォーゼル、よろしくお願いする。ユーシス・アルバレア、見知りおきを願おうか。
まあ、せいぜい不詳の娘と仲良くしてやってちょうだい。仕事があるのでこれで失礼させてもらうわ。シャロン、行くわよ。
かしこまりました、会長。
That was abrupt.
いい加減にして。いつもそうやって仕事ばかりを最優先して、勝手に家から飛び出した娘に何か一言くらいはないわけ？お嬢様。
I did get the impression her relationship with her mother wasn't all sunshine and gumdrops. It seems there's a lot of friction between them.
あなた自身の人生、好きに生きればいいでしょ。ラインフォルトを継ぐことを強制する気もないわ。あの人のように勝手気ままに生きるのも悪くはないでしょ。それにあなたの学院生活も最低限のことは把握してるわ。学院からの月ごとの報告でね。
シャロンが母様に報告するのは当然覚悟はしてたけど、その学院からの報告って？
ああ、言ってなかったかしら。トールズ士官学院。
Oh, here it comes. Go ahead, say it.
あなたたちの学院の常任理事を務めさせてもらっている。
Alright, well, that's number 2. So number 1 is Rufus. Number 2 is her. Okay.
それって。
ルーファスさん、ユースのお兄さんと同じか。
そうらしいな。ラインフォルトの会長。理事としては申し分ない人材だが。
So whoever the third member is must also be someone of stature.
アークスと魔道場についてもそれなりに関わっていてね。
That makes sense.
7組の運用レポートについては毎回興味深く拝見してるわ。今回の特別実習についても期待させてもらいましょう。
それではお嬢様、皆様もどうかお気をつけていってらっしゃいませ。アリサさん。
大丈夫か？
That was probably a lot to take in right there. Yep, back on the train. Damn it. I thought I finally had her out of my hair, but it looks like she was one step ahead of me this whole time. I take it you and your mother aren't on good terms then? Yeah, I think that much was abundantly clear. Things have been rocky between us for a long time now. Once I left home, that was the first step that led me to enrolling in the academy. But how was I supposed to know I'd gone and signed up for the school she sits on the board of directors of? How could I have been so stupid? Why didn't I conduct a more thorough investigation before I made my choice? I don't know what to say. You have our sympathies, I suppose. Is your mother being on the board of directors really such a problem? Well, it's complicated. Usually she seems like she's only interested in her work, but then she'll suddenly start meddling in my life. She says to do just what I want, but it always turns out wherever I go, she's there ahead of me, just like today. I should have known something was up. The bank account my grandfather gave me to cover my academy expenses hasn't taken a dip since my first day at Thor's. Oh, so she's been refilling it. So your mother's been paying your bills the whole time? It does seem like a strong possibility, especially considering her presence on the board of directors. I can't see what you're grousing about. Most people would be grateful to have a parent and display that much interest. What? At least your mother spared the time to come and greet us. At least she showed the slightest trace of interest in you and your classmates. Oh. Eustace. Forget it. Yeah, I mean, she is being a little petty over this, where Eustace, like, his father doesn't give a crap about him. So her complaining like this is indirectly insulting him. Like, obviously, yes, you know, but, like, I get it. She wishes her mother would, in a normal way, show more interest in her life and not just try to, you know, control everything. But at the same time, it's like, you do have to be great. Because I don't like to use the phrase, like, you have to be grateful for what you have because everyone's circumstances are different. But it's not like her mother did some horrendous crime and it's like, oh, you should just be happy for what you have. It's like, no, but your mother does care. It's just, obviously, she's also the CEO of a major corporation. But, like she said, it's complicated. Well, we just entered a tunnel. The first of many now that we're going through the mountains. I see. Anyway, how about we dig into those lunches Sharon made for us? That sounds good to me. It seems like she went out of her way to prepare them. Alright. If these are subpar because she had to make do with an airship's kitchen, I won't let her hear the end of it. Huh. Well then, let's dig in. Yeah, it's about lunchtime. Kinda hungry myself. This is the longest trip we've had yet. Wow, so you're going to the Highlands for an academy field study? Sounds like your budding soldiers do pretty interesting things as part of your training these days. I suppose you could say that. Thor seems quite different from most other military academies in that regard, though. Still, feels pretty neat to see you all dressed up in your uniforms. They look pretty sharp on you. Thanks for the vote of confidence. Even at the academy, Gaius always stands out because of his height. Yeah, he towers over even the second years. Are all people from your settlement of a similar height? Nah, I'd say my dad is the only one who really has height on me. My younger brother's fairly short, though I wouldn't doubt he has another growth spurt coming his way. I seem to remember you mentioning you have quite a few siblings. A younger brother and two younger sisters, to be exact. They're a little on the shy side, but I hope you'll get along with them. Can do. Still, if you look through the window, it really feels like we're getting close to the Highlands now. Indeed. Man, seeing you kids rushing off on some adventure kind of makes me jealous. Anyway, we're about halfway through the Isengard range now. We should reach Zender Gate in 2 hours or so take this time to relax. Thank you. We appreciate the info. So, from Rower to here, it's been about 2 hours. Did you meet him back in the spring, when you were on your way to Trista? Yeah, made the same trip back then too. We had plenty of time to kill, so he taught me a lot about Erebonian culture. Sounds like a pretty nice guy. I'll bet that served as pretty useful primer. It did. There are a lot of people I'm thankful to for helping me come this far. But most of all, I'm thankful to the winds and to the goddess. The winds and the goddess. Classic Gaius. Well, here we are. The Gate of Zender. We're finally almost there. Pretty much took us almost 2 videos just traveling here. Hey, that looks like we ought to be coming out of the last tunnel anytime now. I see. Alice or Eustace, we're almost there. Ah! Oh, they were napping. Oh. Nothing but wilderness as far as the eye can see. So this is... I can only just make it out in the distance, but it looks like that's it. So that's the Nord Highlands. I'll admit, it appears even more breathtaking than I was expecting. I'll be even happier to hear you say that once you've seen it up close. $16:30, so 4:30. So this obviously stops at not your traditional whatever you call it, not your traditional train station. Ah, you've arrived. Well, look who it is. I'll let him introduce himself before we reminisce. It's a pleasure to see you again, Lieutenant General. Likewise, it's been months since I last saw you. Seems almost surreal to see you standing here in a military academy uniform. Though, this is the first time I've seen the Thor's ensemble in red. This is the color they use for my class, Class 7. It looks like he's pretty high up in the Imperial Army. Yeah, I'm betting he's the Lieutenant General in charge of Zender Gate. He seems quite close to Gaius. An Imperial General with an eye patch. That seems familiar somehow. These must be your classmates. Indeed, these are about half of my classmates from Class 7. I'm Reed Schwarzer. It's a pleasure to meet you, sir. Alisa Reinford, sir. Emma Milstein, sir. Eustace Alberea. It's an honor. Haha, it seems like your classmates are an interesting bunch as I'd heard. There he is, Lieutenant General Zex Vander. So not only is he Zex, who we met in Trails in the Sky 2nd chapter, he was the one leading the Erebonian charge when the orbital phenomenon happened, but he is also a Vander, which means he is related to, I can't remember his name. Mueller. Obviously, Mueller and Zex are at least somewhat in name from the same family. I'm Zex Vander, commanding officer. See, this is what's so great about these interconnected stories between the different arcs in the games. It's like, you see these characters again that you saw so long ago. Although, realistically, it wasn't that long ago. It was, I mean, my Trails of the Sky second chapter playthrough was only, you know, months ago. I'm Zex Vander, commanding officer of the Imperial Army's 3rd Armored Division. Pleased to finally meet you. One-Eyed Zex. So you're one of the guardians of the Arner family. Oh, it seems like some of you already know of me. A guardian of the Arner family? Ah, now I remember. The Vanders are a celebrated military family responsible for protection of the Imperial family. And One-Eyed Zex Vander is said to be one of the Imperial Army's finest generals. They say the Vander and the Arcade schools of swordsmanship are the 2 most renowned styles in Erebonia. It's truly an honor to meet you, sir. Haha, I'm just a military man, hardly deserving of quite that level of praise. I'd love... Okay, it wants to, as I mentioned before, the nonsense with my HDMI. It hasn't happened in many a videos, so let's give it a second here. There we go. I'd love to hear about all of you and your excursion to the Highlands, but unfortunately we don't have the time. You should set out as soon as possible if you want to reach a settlement by nightfall. I agree. Were you able to take care of all of the arrangements? I did, rest assured. What arrangements? We need to head out now if we want to reach Gaius' home by sundown, right? Right, which is why I asked the Lieutenant General to arrange some transportation for us. Haha, alright, just follow me and I'll show you the way. It's a big gate. Wow. Look at that. It's simply breathtaking. I had no idea land so beautiful lay at the far end of the railway. Honestly, I suppose words are woefully insufficient in the face of such majesty. Heh, glad to hear you think so. Oh, they have horses for us. Horses, are you saying we're to travel to the settlement on horseback? The Highlands are way too vast to cover any reasonable length of time on foot. You'll be fine. You're a member of the riding club, and Rena and Alisa both have riding experience, right? Yeah, I think I can manage. I learned back home, so I should be okay as long as we aren't making any tricks or jumps or anything. I'm afraid I've never ridden a horse before. Not a problem. You can just hitch a ride on the back of someone else's horse. Alisa would probably be the best choice, considering the balance of weight. I can do that. Is it okay with you, Emma? Yes, although I feel a little nervous. Let's mount up at once, then. Okay, steady now, steady. This is a fine horse. Are you doing okay back there, Emma? Yes, I'm fine, I think. Make sure to hold on tight when we start moving. This should be a fun trip. They're all top quality horses raised here in the Highlands. At a good clip, you should reach the settlement in under an hour. Oh, and before I forget, I'm sure Gaius won't have much need of this, but the rest of you should take a map of the Highlands. A map? That's good to see. Wow. Such a high level of detail. It looks as though the Army's surveying expertise is being put to good use. Indeed, I hope it'll prove useful during your field study. Thank you very much, sir. Alright, that's about it for me. You should be heading out. May the blessing of the winds and the goddess be with you. Give my regards to the Elder and Lacan. We will. Thank you for seeing us off, sir. If you'll excuse us, then. I know it's an older... Alice's hair was, like, going through
す
Emma's
ごいな
model.
とんでもない開放感だ。
へえ、まるで風になったみたい。そうですね。ちょっと怖いですけど。
まあ時期になれる。しかし馬術部の連中に羨ましがられそうな体験だな。
Yeah, getting to ride out here.
確かに。
俺の故郷は北東に向かった先にある。日没までになんとかたどり着くとしよう。
ああ、
行きましょう。
How to ride the horse.
はや。
So let's take a look. It said northeast, so yep, we have to go all the way up there. And of course, if you really wanted to rush it, you could do that.
やっほ
Alexa. Oh, the echo.
ー。アリサさん、子供みたい。ちょっとハイになってるみたい。
はや。
So which way do we go? The plains are so vast, it's surprisingly easy to lose your sense of direction. True, maybe it'd help if I showed you a couple major landmarks to help you get your bearings. Over that way is Ender Gate, that's where we set out from. That landmark over there is Triangular Rock. It's a sort of centerpiece, this part of the Highlands. It's so massive. The farther away we can see it from, the better a landmark it'll be. Oh, what's that building to the left of it? Oh, that? It's a watchtower built by the Imperial Army in the southeastern part of the Highlands. Heard they built it to keep an eye on the Calvard Republic to the east. So that's an Imperial Army watchtower. I suppose it should come no surprise that the army would want a watchtower here. True, the Highlands border both Calvard and Erebonia, much like Crossbell. Yep, and finally... If you look towards those mountains, my home is out in that direction. Ah, gotcha. Let me take a look at the map. Okay, I think I have a better idea of where everything is now. Seems we ought to keep this map handy until we're more familiar with the Highlands, though. Come to think of it, what are those stone pillars over there? Oh, now that you point them out, I'm surprised I didn't notice them before. They seem man-made, or at the very least, not the sort of construct nature would leave lying about. There are quite a few similar objects and structures scattered across the Highlands. Most folks think they're what remains of Neolithic civilization that existed here over 1,000 years ago. Wow. Wow, it's pretty far back. I suppose in that way they're not dissimilar from the immense animist ruins in Erebonia. Perhaps not. I'm not surprised you're curious about them, but we should save that discussion for later. Right now we need to reach the settlement before sundown. Right. Okay, let's ride. So, we're right here. We want to head down that way, so we're not too far out. Yeah, we're not allowed to dismount yet.
Shura 集落までもう少しだ。このまま飛ばすとしよう。
Oh, we're almost there. Just at sundown. It really is a nomadic settlement. Wow. So this is Gaius' home, huh? Even though I've never been here, it feels nostalgic somehow. Indeed, the scenery makes me a little wistful for my own home. You can say that again. Well, we don't actually stay in this area all year round. Sometimes between summer and fall, we move to another location farther to the north. I guess that's why they call you nomads then. Is that why you live in those strange tent buildings? Yep, they're made with a thick cloth and design so we can put them up and take them down pretty easily. But they're so huge. Anyway, let me first show you my home first. Then we can go greet the elder after. Bro! Oh, they're so cute. You finally came back. Welcome home, we missed you. Hey Lily, Sheeta, I'm back. Good to see you doing well too, Toma. Haha, glad you make it back safe. It's good to see you, bro. Thanks. Aw, they seem to really love him. Yeah, watching him makes me wish I had a little brother or sister of my own. It does. Oh hey, are these the people you wrote about in your letters? They are indeed, the illustrious Industrious, Class 7. It's nice to meet you. I'm Gaius' brother, Toma. These are our sisters, Sheeta and Lily. It's nice to meet you. Are you bros friends? Sure are. It's good to meet you, too. I'm Reen. I'm Alisa. It's lovely to meet you. You're all so cute. I'm Emma. Eustace Alberea. I'm honored. Wow, they seem so Erebonian. Haha, I'm glad to see you've been blessed with such wonderful friends. Gaius' parents, I assume? Dad, Mom, I'm home. Welcome home, Gaius. It's a pleasure to meet you all. I'm Gaius' mother, Fatma. His mother? But you look so young. Hee, flattery will get you everywhere. I'm Gaius' father, Lacan Warzel. I'm very glad to meet my son's friends and schoolmates. The pleasure is all ours. Likewise. I've prepared a place for you all to stay while you're our guests. There's much to discuss, of course, but you should drop off your belongings there first. It will soon be sundown. Come to my home and share in our evening meal. Look at that beautiful sky. Well, that's nice how they all kind of sit around like that to eat. This is delicious. How do you get it to taste so good? We season the pheasant meat with herbs and rock salt, then wrap and cook it. It's made to the taste of us Highlanders, so I wasn't sure if Erebonians would like it. All I can say is I'll be wanting seconds soon. These grilled skewers are really good too. They've got this deep, rich flavor. Oh, those are kebabs. We just stick some lamb meat on a skewer and grill it. The food here is exquisite. I've never tasted its like. I almost feel sorry the rest of our class isn't here to enjoy it. I'm glad you think so. Here I was worrying about that the taste might not agree with you. Everyone loves Mommy's cooking. No doubt you're all tired from your long journey. Nord cuisine is effective at easing fatigue. That's important when you travel as much as we do. I can see why. I already feel a little more relaxed. Maybe I should get these recipes so I can teach them to Sharon. Try some of this tea too. We make it with local herbs. It's supposed to be good for digestion. Ooh, thank you. I think I will. It has a very gentle taste. And there you have it. That was a nice dinner. The land of Nord is nothing if not a free country. I have no doubt your time here will be made for a very unique experience, though not without inconveniences here and there. Still, these highlands have plenty of history with your own homeland. Might you be referring to the story of Emperor Drykles? We've been learning in class how during the War of the Lions he first started gathering his army here in Nord. That's right, tales of Emperor Dreikel's exploits are passed down here in Nord too. After the war ended, he became the Emperor of Erebonia and swore eternal friendship with the people of Nord. That friendship has held strong to this day, and I pray it will continue far into the future. I see, while people of Nord are not counted as true Erebonians, they are still regarded as our close neighbors and allies. That's about how it shakes out, though recently the Calvard Republic has been creeping into the southeastern highlands. They've been trying to cultivate good relations with the people there, but the Republic's forays into the highlands have certainly created some tension. The Empire and Republic are old foes, after all. Thankfully, we've managed to avoid any armed conflicts in the last few years. Although politically and economically, relations between the two are only growing worse. It seems like simmering conflict is what led to that incident in Crossbell last month. Well... Well, what led to that conflict was the stuff with the Mafia, and then, of course, you know, Dr. Joachim. But maybe that's just how it came out to the public. No doubt an outgrowth of the ongoing conflict between pro-Calvardian and pro-Erebonian forces in their governments. So it seems. Unless they might actually be talking about something totally different. Be that as it may, to both countries, Nord is a remote region of relatively little importance. While there is a military presence in the Highlands, that's not something you should have to worry about during your stay. Just focus on your field study while you're here. We'll do what we can. You must be the one who chose our task for this month's field study, right? Indeed, I did. Though the hour is already late, I'll give you your tasks in the morning. As for the area you'll cover in your study, I think it would be wise to focus on the southwestern plains tomorrow morning. The southwest, We crossed that area in our trek here today, I believe. Yeah, the highlands are a vast, wide, open space. They extend well past the northern end of the settlement, too. But let's just start with the southwestern plains. Sounds good to me. So everything we've got on the agenda for tomorrow will be in the southwest? Exactly. Try and be back at the settlement around noon, Gaius. And I'll give you the remaining tasks after our midday meal. Got it, Dad. Oh, so are we only here for one day then? Because it took us an entire day just to get here. I totally didn't even think about that. So that's why there's going to be 2 sets of tasks tomorrow, because we're only here for a full day. And then I guess we get back Monday morning. Guess we'll see. Anyway, here I am talking your ear off when I should be letting you get some rest after your long day. We rise before the sun here, so sleep well. Morning will come sooner than you think. The place we prepared for you has beds ready. Can you show them the way, Gaius? Sure thing. I want to show them the way, too. Me too. Come on, I'm sure Bro can handle it on his own. Haha. Thank you so much for the meal. Good night, everyone. Oh, this is nice. So they just have normal beds. It's just they're in these little huts. Sorry, I know you girls probably would prefer separate rooms, but this is what we've got. Oh, don't worry about it. Rena and Eustace are both gentlemen after all. We have nothing to worry about. But of course. Thanks, guys. You'll be staying over at your family's place then? My sisters both insisted on it. I couldn't turn them down. Will it be alright if I come in and wake you guys at sunrise? Yeah, that sounds fine. I feel like I'm going to fall asleep the moment my head hits the pillow. By all means, get your beauty sleep. Alright, pleasant dreams, everyone. Good night, guys. He's quite the fortunate man. I thought the same thing while we were eating dinner. He's got those adorable siblings, 2 parents who really care about him. I can see where guys get his calm and level-headed personality. Part of a caring family, growing up side by side with nature like this, it's like he couldn't have turned out any other way. Haha, true enough. Anyway, it sounds like we've got an agonizingly early wake-up call coming our way. We should get some sleep. No objection from me. I'm exhausted. I feel like I'm gonna fall asleep on my feet at this rate. Well, let's get dressed for bed and turn the lights off. The lights off? I didn't even think about that. Sunday, the 27th. I love how it feels study day 2. It's technically our first day because we spent the whole first day getting here. I mean, that would be enough to wake us up. Where am I?
そうか。ノルド高原だったか。
I feel surprisingly energetic. Maybe it's the clean air or that great food we had yesterday. I wonder if Master Kafai trained out here in the wilderness like this.
早いな、リン。
おはよう、ガイウス。で、その格好は？
ああ、羊の放牧を久々に手伝ってきた。そろそろ朝毛の支度もできている頃だ。
わかった。みんなを起こすか。ユース、アリサにエマも。
朝だぞ。起きるがいい。
ここ。
Same thing.
羊の鳴き声？メガネは。
さすがにこの時間は早すぎたのかもしれないな。
Yeah, it said before the sun, so what, like 4 or 5 in the morning? I mean, it makes sense if we're really gonna, you know, be spending our whole day here. Working. This is delicious. I concur. Is it a kind of milk porridge? Well, I guess we make it with sheep's milk and salt-cured meat. Sheeta and Lily made it fresh for you themselves. Yeah, I helped. Wow, that young and you're already better cooks than me. I really need to get this recipe from you too. Okay, well, first thing you do is... Your friends all seem like such nice people. It would seem the winds have blessed you with their guidance. I think so too. Okay, let me give you this. There it is. How many jobs for the morning tasks? Alright, 3 tasks. Delivery to the watchtower. Turning over a new leaf. Okay, need some ingredients. And return to Zender. So, oh, Zex has a job for us. Cool. Let's see, we'll be helping gather some medicinal herbs. Oh, and there's even a request from Zender Gate. It looks like you've chosen tasks that will help us become familiar with the Highlands. That's the idea. I put a lot of thought into choosing tasks that would give you a nice sweeping overview of life here. As I said yesterday, you should be able to complete all these requests in the southern western reaches of the Highlands. Understood. Thanks again. Alright, we've got work to do. So we need to finish all these tasks and then return by noon? Yep, we'll be having lunch back here in the settlement. Also, I wouldn't recommend leaving the settlement without a horse. The Highlands are vast, and I'd hate if any of you got lost or collapsed out there because you're heading out on foot. That's true. We'd best pay heed to where we're going. May the blessing of the winds and the goddess be with you. Take care, everyone. The settlement contains 3 useful facilities. Elder's Home, Orbital Factory, Trading Post, Weapon Armor Shop, and Lodging Yurt allows you to rest. Visit them whenever you need. Well, that'll be useful. Gaius can now use the S-Craft Calamity Hawk. Very cool. So, next time we will start off on our morning tasks. It's very early Sunday morning. And then, of course, once we're done with those morning tasks, you know, if we can get them done in the next video, we'll, of course, head back here for lunch by noon. And then we'll get our afternoon tasks. I assume we're only here for 1 day, because there's always only, like, 2 sets of tasks anyway. And plus, you know, obviously we have school again starting on Monday. So, I assume everything that's going to happen during this chapter or during our field study here is going to happen during this one day. So we'll have to see what happens. So that's going to be it, guys. Thank you all for watching. Hope you all enjoyed. Don't forget to subscribe more if you're new to the channel. I'll see you all next time. Have a wonderful day, everyone.